Hey everyone, it's Vintage Vinny, and welcome to my Thrift My Hometown video, where I take you to some thrift stores that I grew up going to, with the hopes that I find a few things before heading to the beach. So right now I'm at our Salvation Army. It's located in Gaithersburg, Maryland. Grew up coming here. I haven't been since last year, so I don't know what to expect. Let's go ahead and see what we can find. So here we are. Let's go ahead and see what we can find. Alrighty, so I only spent $1.99 at the Salvation Army. If you guys saw the blue sky cherry vase, and then that Leilani Orchids of Hawaii Japan tiki mug. The blue sky piece, there were no solds. There were people asking upwards of like $38 for it, but there was nothing to say that it was worth me picking up, even though it was only $3.99. This is what I picked up. Just an owl. I think it's part of a canister set. I'm not sure. I'm getting Otagiri vibes from it. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the colors on it, but I know that people love their owls. And I did inspect it. I didn't see any damage on it that that I'm aware of. So that was my only find at the Salvation Army today. So now let's go ahead. I think we're going to go over to the Goodwill. The Old Town Emporium of Gaithersburg does not open until 10. And I think I'll get through the Goodwill pretty fast. So then we can go ahead and check out the Antique Mall. So let's go. So we are here at the Old Town Emporium of Gaithersburg. I'm actually parked behind the building. There is no parking in front of it because it is on a main street of the downtown area. So Dad was just here, Salty Croc, not that long ago, and it has been several years since he's been here. I know what to expect. You guys might be a little surprised too. I'm going to show you guys my favorite booth on the left side, and then we will check out and see what else there is to offer. So let's go ahead and see. Alright, so we are on the main street of where the Emporium is. Here's the window. I just sold one of those. What was I gonna show you? Oh, you can tell some of this stuff has been here a while because look at how faded that price tag is. There's a piece of Roseville. I can't tell how much it is. I think this basket right here is $75. You can't even see that tag, it's so faded. There's just a bunch of neat random odds and ends here. I like that ship's wheel. There's a little bit of everything in here. This side's not open just yet. It's just literally now 10 o'clock. So this may be our second place to go. We will see. Alright, so this is a first for me. Sorry, there's people talking in the background. I actually found two things in here. Usually this side of the Emporium, I don't find hardly anything. Found this really neat looking cased glass piece. Hand blown, it's only $4, half off. And then I found this sweet little poodle bank. No maker on it. She is $7.50. So I'm gonna take both of those. I'm gonna inspect the poodle just to make sure there's no damage on her. But that's a good starting point, I think. I love these guys here, look. But it's $35 each. I can't do that, it's too much. She's kind of neat. Let me move this guy over. Barely see that. That is 14. There's My Love Lucy cups. We all know those aren't old. I have one of these at home. I think I did that for my giveaway for Whatnot last year. $15.50 on that. Here's a flower frog for $12. And these are right on the money, or just way more than I want to spend personally on stuff, so. But I still found two things. Can't complain, right? I got kind of excited when I saw this bow tie. It is newer, $4. DC Comics S15 is what it says. So I thought that was a really cool looking 50s style tie, but it's newer. So boo, I'm not gonna pick that up. So I spotted this piece. Thought it was older than it really is. It's made in India, but it has a deco look to it, don't you think? The geometric lines of it, oops. But it's newer and they still want $85 for it. That's a hard pass for me. So if you have darker furniture, mid-century furniture, be it 60s, this ashtray would look really cool on it. It's a little bit more than I think I could probably afford to purchase at $17, but if you're coming to collect it or you want it for your decor, that's not a bad price. Look at this amazing Westclox Deco desk clock. Oh my gosh, it is phenomenal. $36 is an extremely fair price for that, but look at the chip that is in it. I don't think anybody would buy it with that kind of damage, unless you can find a way to replace the glass, but I don't know. I love it, but I can't do that. This is an incredible set, don't you think? But I can't justify paying $40. I don't even think I could sell it for that much in my sales or on eBay. Same with these wall pockets. I mean, they're pretty feminine, shabby chic, and I know some of you all like it, but $64? No. Again, I wouldn't even be able to get that at my sales or on eBay. Alright, so this is a neat little blue vase. Kind of a lot though, I don't think I can afford to buy that. I have sold this before though. I think this is Northwood. Karen Williams bought this from me. And, difference was the legs had holes in it, which was interesting. They got $20, pretty fair for that, I think. And I believe this is a Fenton Melon vase. I've had something like this before. They have $40. That's gonna sit for a while. Got this piece. If you wanted this for yourself, $15 is not a bad price. I think I've sold these before for that. So, very good price if you don't want to pay the shipping. I like these little trinket boxes. This is actually a stamp box, that's what they say. 36. We got these. I've seen these before. I think these are made by... Who are these made by? And again, I should have said Clown Alert. I've seen these before, but I can't remember who makes them. Made in Japan. Chim Chim Chiri. But I've seen those before. Look at this, you guys. Ruby Red Macbeth Evans batter jug. Hostess pitcher with the lid. $89. I don't know that is a good price or not. More than likely it is if you don't want to pay the shipping on it, but $89 I can't personally do. So it's still cool to look at and see. Now it encourages me to keep my eyes out for this kind of stuff when I'm out. So this is really neat. I like the orange and the red and such. Gives it a very 1970s vibe. This, to me, they say it's 1960s. I'm gonna say I think they're wrong, because look at the bottom here. And I remember, do you all remember the show Clean House? It was on the Style Network for, God, I don't even know how many years. Early 2000s up through, I think, about 2010, 2011, 2012-ish. The first messiest home in the country that Clean House did in 2007 had some glass like this. I think this was probably something that was bought at Home Goods. I don't know if the dealer is just not aware that it is more modern, because I don't know, but this kind of stuff has been around, I think, since like 06, 07. So I think they might be a little off with the time period of this, especially, like I said, because they made glass like this in the mid 2000s. That doesn't mean that this kind of stuff doesn't exist. Those could have been reproductions. Like, this could be a reproduction of a really nice Murano styled glass piece, but personally I don't think that this is from the 1960s, even though it gives off the vibes of that era. Yeah, don't these glow under a black light if you put them on like one of the bases or something? I can't afford this one at 28 bucks. So I'm gonna leave that. Look at this fan, you guys. Arctic. Made in US. They got 58 bucks on it. Little tabletop fan. Looks like early 1900s. Oops. 1920s-esque. I love it. Alright, so we are in the other building now. This is actually my favorite booth that is here. Back in the mid-20 teens, this used to be full. He has sold a lot. I'm sure COVID probably played a role in why he doesn't have as much inventory. But he's had some good stuff, and his prices are really fair. These are, looks like little Audrey figures. They're hand painted, so they were probably somebody's project. And a Pinocchio Soki for $7. Here's a dog bank. I've sold some of these before, something like this before. This is such a shame right here. It's 1987 Superman lamp. It is completely, oops, it's completely broken. $15 on that. Got some noisemakers. We got some Disney Sokies. There's an Alvin and the Chipmunks Soki. Got some other funky stuff in here. Look at this clown. Clown alert, you guys. Probably newer. So I guess I can show you guys what I picked up. I found this vinyl doggy bank. He is, how much are you? The price is right here. He's only $2. I found a potbelly stove bank. That's really different. Not seen anything like that. That's only $3. This is a Wilson tennis ball bank. I don't know if that has any value. That's only $2. This was here last year, believe it or not. And it's I think it's Shawnee. And it is a bank. I think I'm gonna pick this up this time. It's only $2. Then I did find some really cool books. We got a book on carnival chalkware. And then we've got this one right here for What a Character, which features iconic 20th century advertising icons. Got a collector's book on Tammy. These are all $3 each. And then I'm also gonna pick up this Made in Japan book. So that's pretty much all I found in here so far. And literally when you turn right around from Gary's Goodies, you got this really overwhelming booth in here. I mean, like, look at how much stuff there is. I mean, this is just, I'll be the first to admit, it's a fire hazard. If there was a fire in here and all this stuff went up in flames, this would be very dangerous. He's all 40% off, but it's really hard to navigate in here. And I'm afraid if I knock into something, it's gonna knock into something else. These are really collectible. These are Jim Shore, Disney. I think this guy has a booth. I think this is the a booth in Frederick. I think I recognize these people. They have a booth at Old Glory. They're not exactly cheap there either. They have 50% off over there, but the prices are just a little too exorbitant for what it is. Like, look at this. This little Occupied Japan $20.95 for that, even though it's 40% off. I mean, it's a little much for just a little figure here. I think these guys are in Old Glory because I recognize the handwriting of the dealer. But yeah, I mean, they've got some neat stuff, but it's just, it's priced to a point where I can't do anything with it. And like I said, it is jam-packed in here. It makes me nervous because it's just, there's just so much. So I do remember this from last year when I was here. This is just a Fenton fairy lamp shade. It is marked. It was signed by, hand painted by S. Jackson, 1991. So I don't know exactly how much that is. There's no tag, unless that's the tag right here. Maybe it's on there. Nope, but that is the ticket for it. So we'll have to get a price check on that. Maybe that might be worth picking up, depending on how much it is. So forgive the air conditioner that's back here. Here's more of this booth. It's overwhelming how much stuff is in here. I mean, look, you can barely walk around in here. Like, there's my foot, and then there's all this stuff here. It's a lot to take in. Yeah, I mean, I see some stuff in here. Like, this caught my eye right here. This little cat bank. My dad used to have one of these. I don't know what they have on it. They want $35 and then they're 40% off. That's way too much for that. See guys, this to me is a booth. I feel that they just don't want to let go of the stuff. And it's such a random pish posh, and you know, when you ask so much for something, even if you have a sale, it's still not going to be worth it to a buyer or a potential buyer. I do see a ruffled fan base right there. I'm going to see if I can get that out real quick. Well, here it is. And of course, no price. So we'll have to see. And it feels very grimy, so this has probably been sitting in here for a while. And look at the dust on it. I told you guys, this stuff, it just sits, and then nobody can enjoy it. It gets broken. I mean, it's just overwhelming in here. Alrighty, so we're doing a haul in the car. I picked up a few things that you guys didn't see in the video. As you can see, those two booths that are in the very back of that first building, quite overwhelming. And they have booths, or one booth at Old Glory in Frederick. I just recognized the tags and such. So, I found a Halloween cat. Oop, that's not in focus. I apologize. Let's see, do it this way. Yep, so we got a kitty cat. Got an Easter bunny. It looks like we have a turkey or a pheasant. And then the treasure chest. I've actually been looking for that one, so that's why I went and bought these. These were $3 a piece. I did get an amber fan vase. I think you guys saw this in the video. I can't remember off the top of my head. And I just filmed it not that long ago. Good gravy. But I got that, so that was definitely a good pickup. Forgive all the paper ruffling, y'all. Is this that? I don't remember where I should put it. Is it right here? Oh yeah, this is awesome. Oh, that's not it. Hold on, guys. And this was actually sitting there last year. This is a fairy lamp shade by Fenton from 1991. It's part of their Christmas at Home line, second edition of 4, Christmas Eve. Sorry guys, I'm not used to doing this. But yep, that's what it says. Hand painted, no damage. It does say Fenton hand painted by S. Jackson, 1991. And it does have the, gosh, I'm not used to doing this, y'all. Couldn't believe that, $5. This I know will probably sell for probably maybe $30, $35, depending on who really needs it. I definitely want to get it listed before Christmas time. But like I said, that was here last year, and I'm surprised I didn't ask about it. So you guys did see the vast majority of what I picked up at the old Town Emporium. I spent, with both shops together, about $60-something. I should be able to make that back and more with this, some stuff for live sales and such. So I do want to thank you all so very much for watching. I know I probably didn't get too much footage, but be on the lookout. I'm going to do some beach vlogs for you all, so you guys get to see York Beach, you get to see Short Sands, you get to see the amusement park that's been there for a while, you get to see the Goldenrod where they make taffy that's been there for since the 1880s. Yeah, the Union Bluff Hotel, maybe I'll do a little bit of some history on the stuff, or on the places that we go, and just kind of show you all York. I know I did a beach vlog before COVID, a lot has changed since then. I'm just eager to see my family again, because it's been a year. And yes, I will see you all when I'm at the beach. Thanks so much for watching.